Hey y'all, welcome to another Elkins Travel Adventure. This adventure is just me and Andy going to Disney World with Disney Imagination Campus. Emily and I, my co-teacher, we won a grant that paid for our students' ticket to Disney World. And all the families got to enjoy the discounted ticket. So we took a group to Disney World and we are doing the Disney Imagination Campus tour workshop at Hollywood Studios, which is physics in the park. So we taught a physics unit for 6 weeks with our class, and then we had 30 of our students sign up to go. So we're really excited about this trip. We stayed at Pop Century as a group, so we got a small discount there for us staying together at the Pop Century. Everyone traveled separate. Some people drove, some people flew. We had several students on our flight, which was fun. So we were excited. Pop Century is one of my favorite value resorts. It's right on the Skyliner, and so you can either use buses or the Skyliner to go to the parks. And I just loved this bakery case inside their food court. So they do have a yummy food court, has some great food. We arrived about 11:30 and our rooms weren't quite ready, so we dropped our luggage off with the luggage area there and took off on a bus to Disney Springs. Welcome to M&M's.
Are you ready for 12,000 pounds of chocolate?
I know. I was like, let me see this wall
All
of
right,
M&M's.
Go right straight to the back. Milk chocolate every color. Peanut every color. Then a little bit further, find all the different flavors. But the best part of your day, you get to meet yellow.
Oh, looky there. Well. Definitely chocolatey. See this wall? That's why I was like, I want to come see the wall of M&M. It's awesome, isn't it? We had a reservation for Haleo. I just wanted to come here to try their croquettes, so kind of an appetizer, and before we went over to the Polite Pig for the main event of our lunch. The croquettes were really good. They're deep fried. To me, they kind of tasted like a little bit of a chicken pot pie type feeling in the middle. I know that's not probably the proper way to describe that, but that's what it tastes like to me. But they were delicious and it was a fun little stop. I would like to come here and maybe eat more because they have a lot of small plates you can buy. We were just trying to fit as much in as possible in our short trip. This was our first time ever eating at the Plot Pig, but I've always seen and heard great reviews on it. So we shared the big butcher platter for two, and I'm telling you, I'm still thinking about those Brussels sprouts. They were the star of this platter. Everything was delicious. And then we made a nice little walk through the world of Disney just to look at some of their new merchandise and do a little bit of shopping. As we were leaving Disney Springs, we saw that there was an art walk. So we took that little art walk and looked at some of the beautiful art people had painted before we got on the bus. We love going over to Port Orleans to get some beignets, so that's what we were doing for dessert. Those are cute too. So the beignets are cute when they're plated, but they're better when you get them in a bag to go.
Just like
Holy cow! What is in there?
powdered sugar. Here's the beignet.
Beignet?
With a little hat.
After our delicious beignets, we decided to get a bus to Hollywood Studios, which this was a brand new bus with chargers. It had a brand new bus smell. and no one was on it. So it was a private bus we took to Hollywood Studios. But at Hollywood Studios, we got on the Skyliner to head back over to Pop Century because our room was ready, and I had a pool party to get to with my students.
Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
Yeah, going over the lake.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente. Al salir de la cabina, por favor, cuide sus pequeñitos, reúna sus pertenencias y observe sus pasos. Gracias por volar.
Thank you. I just love the theming at Pop Century. It has so many great photo ops and big things for the kids to take pictures with. It's such a cool resort. It's one of my favorites. I like how these rooms are set up where you can use the table if you need it, or it can turn into a bed if you have 4 people in the room. So that's a really neat idea. I really loved this room. It was perfect for us. The beds are always so comfortable, and so are the pillows. I never have to worry about Disney Resort hotel beds or pillows. They're always top notch. So we had a fun pool party where we ordered a bunch of pizzas for our students, and I went and got some desserts for my family and Emily's family. So all of these weren't just for me, but we all enjoyed a little bit of all of them. They were so good. Then the next morning we went over to Hollywood Studios and split our class into 2 groups and enjoyed the Disney Imagination Campus on physics in the park. So they talked about how the roller coasters work, how Tower of Terror works. We'd been studying physics, so the kids answered a lot of the questions. We had great teachers that walked with us. It was such a fabulous experience. So if you are a teacher and would like to take your kids on one of their workshops, I highly recommend it. It was amazing. So it took about 3 hours, and we went behind the scenes and did some activities, and then they got to meet up with their families and enjoy the rest of the day.
Shouldn't you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a first...
Team ready. Affirmative. Engines are hot.
Also saying keep your units together.
safety, stay seated with seatbelt securely.
More escape house down in Sector 4. Verification pending for keeping it.
After we enjoyed Rise of the Resistance, we went over to their local Starbucks inside and got a coffee and this delicious carrot cake whoopie pie. It had been on my list to try for a while. Then went over and watched Indiana Jones show. I love Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's one of my favorites. That's where we went next.
Oh, hiya, folks. Want to take a ride on the train? Excuse me, you there.
A dinner reservation at Viennapoli, so we took the Skyliner over to EPCOT.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and yourself?
Flower and Garden Festival is going on, so I have lots of little clips of the beautiful topiaries. We enjoyed this in France. Tastes like a donut to me, but it was really good. Before we headed over to the Italy pavilion to eat our dinner. So we just took our time, took lots of video and pictures.
He think this is cool, isn't he?
I really enjoy eating at Via Napoli. I really like their pizza. I met up with one of my students and her family, and we enjoyed I got half of the prosciutto melon and half with the spinach or the artichoke, and then they got a meat lovers. So we all enjoyed pizza from there and each other's company. We made our way to ride Living with the
Department
Land.
of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future.
Oh, look at that. Look, it's a little pony. Oh my gosh.
The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swamping areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world.
Bananas. There's your favorite Kingston bananas.
Probably don't think of fish, but fish farming or aquaculture accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve at restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this
Grill restaurant in the building uses a lot of the food.
While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world. These plants are definitely on their way up. Innovative growing techniques like these increase yields while more efficiently using resources like water, fertilizer, and pesticides. Another innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests, like aphids and flies, we are significantly reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area.
The kids would rather have the tomato tree.
Oh, look at they did the rabbit garden.
Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature, like these fruit and vegetable trees. By growing these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases. These crops taste as good as they look. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses in restaurants here at the land every year.
The basil.
Oh, look, they're trying to get like a house. No, why does it actually look like
Edible flower.
The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less. In our lab, EPCOT scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
So this was really neat. I can't even pronounce the name, but it was like layers of cake and how they cooked it on that roaster back there. And so, of course, after seeing this, we had to try it ourselves. And it had a good flavor. I just don't think it was my favorite that I would go out of my way to get again, but it was interesting to try. And EPCOT wouldn't be complete without Guardians of the Galaxy. Just love this ride. Journey of Water is amazing at night, so I'm just going to let you enjoy the views and sounds of it at night. Love it. So this ended our night at EPCOT, and we got ready for another big day for tomorrow. So join me next time for that video. What's the ETA to your next adventure?